Welcome back to Game 4 of the Ravnica Draft Tournament Winners Bracket Finals, which is not the finals of the tournament, but is the finals of the winners brackets. We are not tied anymore. Matt is leading 2-1, and his switching up to the Golgari deck really made a difference against Kaze's aggro evasion deck. Kaze is going to go ahead and start off with playing, and then he plays the Izzet Guildgate as he has in the previous 3 games as well. And Matt is going to go ahead and play the Shrieking Affliction. An enchantment that at the beginning of each opponent's turn is going to do 3 points of damage to them, or make them lose 3 life if they have 1 or fewer cards in hand. Not a huge difference maker in this early game. Anyways, Kaze plays a mountain, says land go. Matt does the same, except that it's a forest. So both are tied at 2 lands. No significant presence on board. Kaze goes ahead and plays a second Izzet Guildgate, and Matt drops that second swamp and plays a Trestle Troll. So right away he does have a board presence, which is going to hold off or ward off some of Kaze's evasion creatures. So what is he going to play? He's going to play the Halcyon Glaze, which we haven't seen so far in this matchup, but we've seen it in the games that Kaze played against me to great avail. It's an amazing card, as far as I remember, a 3-cost enchantment, and whenever he plays a creature, this enchantment becomes a 4/4 illusion creature with flying until end of turn, so he's able to swing in with a 4/4 flyer, which is pretty significant, especially considering that the Trestle Troll is a 1/4, so he's not able to stop the Halcyon Glaze. He's able to chomp it, unless of course he has mana up for regenerating. Anyways, Matt is up to 3 swamps, 1 forest, and he's going to go ahead and put Strands of the Undead on, let's see, on the Trestle Troll, giving it the ability to regenerate for just 1 mana. And Kaze has to discard 2 cards, I think. 1 card, 2 card. Hold on. 2 cards, and one of them were the Courier Hawk, the other is the Fiery Conclusion. So we haven't seen the Fiery Conclusion being played yet, but it's not going to be a difference maker right here. So he goes ahead, plays the Lawbroker, and Halcyon Glaze comes into play. No? Yeah? Huh. He made a mistake here, apparently. Okay, so no swing in and no damage. So that was unfortunate for Kaze. A bit of a shame, because he would have been able to swing in for 4 right there. Anyways, Matt drops a 4th swamp, and let's see, drops the Towering Indrik. Pretty decent. It's not going to hold off the Halcyon Glaze for long either, but at least it gives him more protection against flyers. So that is exactly what he needs at this point. Matt is sitting pretty tightly. He's leading 2-1 all in all. And Kaze is not drawing those lands, but he will try to make his way through his deck by tapping the Lawbroker, making both him and Matt draw a card and discard a card. So Grisly Salvage, did I think Matt just discarded the Grisly Salvage? Yeah. Kaze must be sitting with a handful of all kinds of wonderful things. He's probably sitting with some Boros creatures or Azorius creatures, which he can't drop because he hasn't drawn any planes yet. But he did draw a second mountain, which he's able to drop right there. Did cast away the Rune Wing, which he could be kicking himself about. maybe not, because he did, after all, discard it after he drew the mountain. But it would be a creature that he would be able to play right there. All right, Matt goes ahead and plays. Oh, he's going to swing in with Towering Indrik, do 2 points of damage, and then drop the Golgari Longlegs. And then, in my opinion, he made a bit of a mistake. Kaze drops a Plains, probably freeing up a lot of spells in his hand right there. But yeah, Matt made a bit of a mistake in playing in tapping the last swamp, making it so that he's not able to regenerate his Trestle Troll. But it could be part of a trick, who knows? He might be sitting on a Giant Growth, and if he's able to get rid of that Halcyon Glaze in one sweep or one swipe, one attack, that would be absolutely great for him, because he's actually sitting there with a pretty good side. Trader's Instinct. Okay, he's going to go ahead and take the Golgari Longlegs, and obviously he's going to swing in with that. That's going to be a difference maker, no doubt about it, since Matt is already down to 16. He's not going to want to get rid of his Longlegs, probably. So he will probably go down to 11 points of life, while Kaze is sitting tightly at 18. Alright, I'm just indicating here it should be a 7-4, so it's actually... Oh yeah, Trader's Instinct gives +2/+0 as well until end of turn, so that's actually down to 9. And see, that's where it becomes a difference maker, that he didn't leave his mana open to regenerate, because if he did, he would just have been able to ward off Giant Growth, alright, lose both creatures. I think that's a huge mistake, but that is a bit of a misplay in my opinion. He wanted to get rid of that Halcyon Glaze, he couldn't. I would have gone down to 9. Definitely gone down to 9. Because he would have been able to play that trick on the Halcyon Glaze at some point. Actually, both creatures are supposedly dead. Yeah, alright, there we go. So he only has the Towering Indrik left, and Matt is hurting from that exchange. That was it's not the best play in my opinion. He drops a Rubbleback Rhino, which is a 3/4 with hexproof. It's not going to be a big difference maker. He's going to swing in with the Towering Indrik, bring Kaze down to 16, and now time is just ticking away. Kaze taps the Lawbroker, and both players are able to draw a card. Kaze discards the Veteran Armorer, and Matt discards the Catacomb Slug. In case you didn't notice, the Lawbroker makes it so that each player draws a card and discards a card. Pretty interesting card right there. Alright, so now Kaze is playing the game that he wants to play. Matt is swinging in with... has swung in with the Towering Indrik, although he knows that that Kaze does have Sky Knight Legionnaires, and this actually happens to be the case, bringing Matt down to 10. A bit of a misplay with the whole Trestle Troll interaction. I would have saved my Giant Growth, I would have saved my 2 creatures, I would have taken the 9 points of damage. That would have given him an advantage in this situation right there. So he swings in with the Rubbleback Rhino, holds back on the Towering Indrik, of course, in order not to take all that damage. But the Towering Indrik could have also helped him out against a second Giant Growth. And again, I think that is I think he's blowing all his spells, which he would need in order to stop Kaze. He doesn't have a lot of answers for Kaze's offense, and while Kaze was very slow to regain his footing, Matt is kind of throwing away all his possibilities for interaction. He might have a launch party. There he might have a second Trestle Troll as well, but I really think that he misplayed, and I don't think it was necessary to cast or to go ahead and blow his second Giant Growth right there. So Lee of Sky Knight is another card that's going to mess up Matt's plans, and that activates the Halcyon Glaze, so Kaze is able to swing in with the Sky Knight Legionnaire and the Halcyon Glaze. What is going on this side? Okay, there we go. So 6 points of damage. Matt is down to 4, and yeah, Matt is not sitting in a very great situation. I think in this game he's been playing so well so far. It's no coincidence that the overall score is 2-1 at this point. But I think that interaction and the following one with the two Giant Growth pretty much being thrown away, or at least used not optimally, has kind of screwed him over. So he's going to go ahead and play as Trestle Troll, and unless he plays something else, he does have mana to regenerate it. That is going to help him out a little bit. He will be able to hold back the Sky Knight Legionnaire and the Lee of Sky Knights with his Towering Indrik as well, and stab wound the Lee of Sky Knight. So pretty good. I think that does help him out a little bit, but he's still way behind in score here. He's going to go ahead and swing in with the Rubbleback Rhino, bringing Kaze down to 7. So, not bringing it down to 7. All right, he's going to chump block the Lawbroker and activate its ability. Matt is going to go ahead and throw away a Swamp. And let's see what Kaze throws away. Let's see, a Supreme Verdict. Okay, so at this point in time, he doesn't feel like... I'm not sure I would have thrown that away, but he might have something much faster and much better in hand. But I think he only has the one Sky Knight right there, but he does have the Halcyon Glaze, which doesn't go away when he Supreme Verdicts. On the other hand, Matt has something to stabilize with right there. So I'm not sure I agree with him playing the stab wound either. I think I would have kept mana for being able to regenerate the Trestle Troll, because so far Kaze didn't have a lot of options in terms of swinging in. All right. He's going to drop the Cello of Songbirds right there and a Lava Crew. So that activates the Halcyon Glaze again. And Matt is forced to chump block right there, because there we go. Chump block instead of being able to regenerate. So he didn't really come out too well on that interaction either. Let's see. It's Matt's turn. Will he be able to draw something? He has one card in hand, just one single card in hand. Will he be able to draw something that can stabilize? It's not looking good for him. Deviant Glee is not gonna do it, but it will make his Trestle Troll a better blocker against Halcyon Glaze. It's a little too late though, because Kaze is going to be able to, if he swings in with everything, I think that's, or yeah, 1 point of damage right there, Lightning Helix, and that'll be the game. It's a little unnecessary, but that's exactly what he needed right there to take the second match. Anyways, it's 2-2. I'll see you in Game 5. Thanks for watching. Later!